rise this morning, did my 10 hours, and out the door I went. I'm in North Carolina on I-485 North. Gonna head up 77 and 77 to 81. So my plan is to drive to about 12 o'clock noon. I started at about 5 a.m. Maybe a little longer than that. The load is due from 12:01 midnight on the 3rd, which is tomorrow, to 1500, which is 3 o'clock. My plan is to be there a little earlier than 3 o'clock. A lot earlier than 3 o'clock. So again, let's kind of talk this through. Did my 10-hour reset in South Carolina. I had 543 miles to go. I'm at 490 right now. And I want to at least do 300 today. That leaves me with like 2 and change. Take my 10-hour reset. Drive 4 hours. Drop the load because it's a drop and hook on my end. Take an empty back to Pittston Terminal and mosey on home. So in any event, I just can't drive, now this is where you got to do your clock management. I just can't drive straight to the ship, to the receiver today and expect to have time to go back to Pittston. It's not going to happen. From the ship to Pittston, it's 137 miles. So I have to do a reset. And that's what I plan to do. So if I drive to, I may stretch it out to 1, 2 o'clock to see how far, see where I get. This way my 10-hour will be over at midnight. Then I'll have about an hour and a half to get it to the receiver. Sorry if it's shaking, it's a little bumpy on this road. The sun is coming up. The day is started. I understand there's really strong winds in the northeast this morning. So anybody up in the northeast, be extra careful. She's a gusting, very strong winds. Don't have it down here. I'm just a little past Charlotte, North Carolina. But she's a beautiful morning. 44 degrees. In the box, so I'm not heavy at all. Any hills that I climb, I'll be able to take on with some good speed, not bogged down. Please like and share, subscribe. Try to grow this community. I understand that some of the Peterbilts out there are having problems with a knock sensor. Yeah, that code also came up on me. So far, so good. I did a regen about a couple weeks ago. Burned it off. And what I'm trying to do is not idle a truck at all. least as possible. You idle a truck that's builds up, and that's when you run into problems. But for some reason, the Peterbilt's got a little bug in the old system there, the knock sensor. But the Black Mamba has been spot on. I thank my Black Mamba truck each and every day for providing me food and paying my bills. So without
in
this
2
truck,
miles, use the second from the right lane to take the I-77 north exit towards Statesville.
And as a lease operator, or any operator for that matter, trucks in the garage, you ain't making money. So keep our fingers crossed that she will keep providing. I finally plan to get this truck washed when I get to Pittston. So inevitably, I'm going not to be one of those guys or gals that decide to pick up an empty trailer, bring it back to the terminal, and let somebody else deal with fuel and dirtiness. I don't do that. Yes, I'm in a hurry to get home, but I also think of my colleagues who might be a little tight for time, but don't want to sit in line. And I know when I get back to the terminal 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, there's going to be nobody there. So I'll be in and out. Yep, but the old Black Mamba needs a washing. I know winter's not over yet.
In half a mile, use the second from the right lane to take the I-77 north exit towards Statesville.
But where I typically run, if it does snow, it ain't going to stick on the surface because the sun angle is really starting to get stronger.
Use the
and
second
stronger.
from the right lane to take the I-77 north exit, then keep left at the fork to continue on exit 23B. Left at the fork to continue on exit 23B.
So I had a little bit of traffic today getting into Charlotte.
Continue on I-77 north for 3 miles.
I love that road construction on I-85. When just before you get into North Carolina, it's like the last 30 plus miles in South Carolina. That road construction is 32 miles long. And yeah, it has some tight turns and pavement that likes to kind of take you to one side. So you gotta be very careful. Again, that's I-85 South, the last 32 miles or so in South Carolina. It's been there for quite some time. Again, I don't see anybody working. 32 miles of construction and nobody's working. I don't get it. I really don't understand that. It blows my mind. But that's America. Not the most efficient place in the world. This one's in no hurry to get to work this morning. Now wake up. You Lincoln. stinking Lincoln. Anyway, folks, hope everybody's having a great day. Keep it safe. Make great decisions. Think things through. Run that clock. I'm always going to be pressing on that clock.
In half a mile, keep left to stay on I-77 North.
You know, I did a 7-3 split yesterday because I had ample time sitting at both the receiver in the morning and the shipper in the afternoon. So that allowed me to get another 6 hours of drive time in.
Keep left to stay on I-77 North.
We're in the beginning stages of my career. 4 months
Continue
ago,
on I-77 North for 61 miles.
I would have looked at my 14-hour clock and said, I'm out of time, I can't drive any further. Not realizing that I still had some time in that clock. That's something my trainer and I really didn't go over because we were a team. And that wasn't discussed. Because I don't think he really used it either. Again, I can't make that. That's an assumption on my part. We just never discussed it. You know, ask your trainer. How do you utilize the 7-3 split? And if they don't know, there's a few videos out there on it. The best way to explain it is when you're sitting and you're in sleeper berth, that clock stops. Ticking down on you. But it's only, from what I understand, it only works if you're in sleeper berth, not off duty. You have to be in sleeper berth. And you know, guys, that there is plenty of times when we go to the 01 or 90, you're sitting there for hours on end. So why not throw some time in the bank? You can always find out how much time you have on your 14 or your 11 by, again, this is for Prime, folks. I don't know how other companies run their Qualcomm. But it's in summary. You have status, which is your home page, and the next tab over is summary. And it gives you like a graph of your 8-hour drive clock, your 11-hour drive clock, your 14-hour drive clock, and your 70. And they will tell you how much time you have available to drive. Don't be staying on duty when you're stopping at a truck stop, unless you're fueling. Any more than 60 gallons, you've got to be on duty. You got to show fueling. You got to be on duty for your pre-trip or vehicle inspection. The rest of the time is you're either in the drive mode. If you ain't rolling, you're in off-duty or sleeper berth. Again, how I run my clock is very simple. And sometimes I forget to switch it. Or I hit OK, but I think I hit OK, and it doesn't show on the home page, which is quite annoying. So I make sure that when I hit OK to go from one status to another status, it registers on the home page. Now, sometimes I think I hit off duty, and I'll look back at it, and it says driving or it says on duty. So you've got to make sure it turns. And again, I can't emphasize the importance of time management. That's where folks fail. I did not do one reset this trip, and I've been out for 7 weeks. Not once did I do a 34-hour reset. I'll do my reset at home. If you're doing resets while you're out on the road, you ain't gonna make any money. You lose a day and a half. Part of that week is shot. Manage your clock. Again, limit your drive to 9 hours. 10 hours at max. As soon as your 10-hour break is complete, get going. Don't dilly-dally in your sleeper berth for another 4 or 5 hours. And that's where folks fail to realize, and they start blaming the company. It's not the company, it's you. Get your butt out of bed and move it. Listen, I was tired yesterday, man. I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. I managed to catch a little nap here and there while I was at the shipper. But you never really can sleep because, you know, you're waiting for that forklift to hit the truck and start shaking the truck. So yeah, you kind of go out, but it's not sleep. It's just a rest. Shit, as soon as I got to the pilot yesterday in South Carolina, exit 90, I-85 north, I grabbed something to eat and I went right to bed. And I got up an hour before my 10-hour clock was up. Walked in, brushed my teeth, washed my face, grabbed a little pre-cooked frozen sausage egg McMuffin thing, cup of coffee, went back to the truck, rolled over, hit on duty, walked around the truck, checked my oil, had a problem with the headlight, that seems to be resolved. Look for any flat tires, any hissing of air, any leaks on the ground. 11 minutes was up, I was rolling. I was out of that spot, gone. I'm gonna get as far as I can today without burning my clock up and having to do a reset where my time's not over till 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want that. So that's my plan. And I've already gone 70 miles and it is 7 o'clock and I left Pilot about 7:20. A little traffic in Charlotte. I'm making good time. Beautiful lake on our side. Beautiful. This is what I love about my job. This is the stuff I get to see. I love Mother Nature. I love the landscape. I really soak it in when I can drive during the day. But mostly my shifts revolve around night. In the beginning, I hated it because I could not sleep during the day. My body was just not used to sleeping during the day. Now, not a big problem. All right, long enough. 19 minutes into the video. I'm going to keep it at 20. Again, please like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all stopping by, watching my videos. If you have any comments and stuff that you want me to talk about, please don't be afraid to ask the question. As my community grows, I'm sure my feedback will be better and better. I want to shout out to John and I don't want to butcher your name, from upstate New York, and Maddie B. Big fans of the channel, always giving me a thumbs up, and always looking forward to seeing my videos. I appreciate that. It's you guys who make my channel successful and make me want to keep doing this. Anyway, I can sit here and BS all day because once I start, I can't stop. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe. Make great decisions, and make great decisions.